I'm Del Hughes and I'm a teacher of ICT at Newent School, and also I'm Progress Leader for current Year 11s. I was appointed to the role of Progress Leader. It's a new role. It was only introduced last year, and I was appointed to that role, and one of the main things that we're trying to do obviously is raise achievement and increase progress with all the students across the school, not just the Year 11s. But Insight is a massive tool. I can't talk highly enough about it, if I'm honest, because one of the main ways that we're going to try and do this is obviously increasing communication with parents at home, and this tool really allows us to be able to do that so easily. Already I've had parents ringing me to talk about their child's progress, not waiting for the reporting cycle to come round, not waiting for interim reports to go home, just bringing me up out of the blue to discuss CQs and to have the sort of conversations that actually we should be having and they should be having with their children as well, you know. And I've talked to a lot of Year 11 students about it regarding the sort of conversations they're now having at home with parents. And it's not 100% across the board, but the percentage of students who actually go home and have learning conversations with their parents when they couldn't do that before, and this is wholly down to Insight and our use of it. So I can't really speak highly enough about Insight, if I'm honest. I love that I get a really good overview of the students as well, and I can get a very clear picture at any given time. I don't have to wait for reporting cycles. I don't have to now bother sending round emails to every member of staff who teaches a particular student to get feedback, because it's all there in front of me. And I know it works hand in hand with PASS as well, but for me it's the insight and that communication with home and getting the parents on board that is so massively important. And this seems to be a really streamlined and simple way of doing it. So that's how I feel about Insight. 3 of us Progress Leaders, and we've each got like a different section, you know, the 7s and 8s, the 9s and 10s, and I've got probably the thin end of the wedge with the current Year 11s, you know, taking them through. And anything that I could use to sort of help me was going to be great, but certainly Insight, I think, well, fantastic, I love it. And I think the parents love it, and from the sort of conversations and the phone calls I'm having from parents, which I don't think I would have had if we weren't live with Insight. I don't think we'd be having those conversations, because with our old system, parents wouldn't be contacted unless their child, I think, had got something like 5 CQ3s in a week. So, you know, a lot of what was going on a daily basis probably wasn't getting home, and that was nobody's fault really. But you know what kids are like, they go home, what did you do today? Nothing. You know, and they're certainly not going to go home and say, well, I got a CQ3 because I did this in this lesson or this in that lesson. But because now of the PASS system, where you house point and with CQs, you can actually write on your comment, and that's one thing we've been very careful about, that we make sure we use those comments now, so that parents at home can see that what the house point was for and congratulate accordingly, or can see what, in some cases, what the CQ was for, and actually that can be a step towards maybe sort of, you know, changing the behaviour a little bit, not just, oh gosh, you know, you weren't very good today. They can actually see why, and so that's really, I think, well, innovative and really useful for us, so we love it.